Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. Ellie and Josiah here, and we are going to do a full body bungee class. Good news is, keep rolling. We're not going to use the bungee for any kicks. You want your bungee on its longest setting because we're going to use it for a lot of upper body work that we're going to do with the legs. So to get things started, we are going to be on one red spring. And we are going to begin in some side saddle bicycles. So first move, not using the bungee. Have a seat on top of your carriage. Feet on the floor, hands behind the head. I want you to go ahead and hinge back till you feel a catch in your abs. And then from here, we're gonna twist right shoulder and we're gonna pick up the left knee and drive it towards the shoulder, lower that foot down. We'll take it to the other side. And I want these slow and controlled, right? First move of the class, we're just waking up the core. See if you can relax your shoulders down away from your ears, right? Focus on this rotation through the waistline. And challengers, if you're looking for a little bit more, right? See if you can lean back and float your feet off of the floor and do this kind of like balancing bicycle twist, if you will. Nice work. So we're gonna get into some, what did you say?
I said, nah, yeah.
Oh gosh, all right. Halfway through here, okay? So focus on this twist through the waistline. See if you can get a little more length from the crown of your head through your tailbone. And we're gonna use our bungee next. So we're gonna get into a sumo squat. You're gonna be straddling the rail and the bungee is gonna be in your right hand for a row. I don't have a better way of saying that, Josiah, stop laughing.
What?
Let's go 10 seconds. Maybe pick up those bicycles. Let's go 8, 7, 6. Grab your bungee in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So grab your bungee, stand up. You're facing the front of the machine, feet on either side of the monorail. And you're gonna let your knees and toes fall out a little bit wide, a little bit of a turnout. We're gonna sit down into a squat as we row the right elbow back. Now right away, check in. If you don't have enough resistance on the bungee, I need you to step back a little bit further. And if it's too much resistance on the bungee, step forward, right? And then the other way that we can get more resistance on the bungee at any point throughout the entire class is to simply choke up on the bungee. Good, I need you to pause at the bottom of the squat, really focus on that squeeze in the right side lat. Awesome. In 4, let's take it down, we're gonna find a little hold. In 3, 2, take it down, hold, chest lifted, just drive that elbow back, little pulse back, little pulse back. Good, if you wanna layer in a little pulse of the legs, final 10 seconds here. We're gonna bring the right foot to the front platform, left foot to the carriage. We're gonna get into a little squat, skate, curl combo in 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the right foot to the front platform, left foot to the carriage. Keep the bungee in your palm. From here, I know Josiah's already trying to ditch the bungee. Let's go ahead and sit down into a squat as we curl with the bungee. So find a bicep curl. Left leg's gonna slowly skate out. Left leg's gonna slowly resist back in. And then drive through the heels, lift up. We've got a little doggy friend coming to visit us. This is Rainy. So we're gonna sit down into the squat, bicep curl. Left leg's gonna skate out, and this is Rolo. Hi, guys. And then we're gonna come back in, right? We know you guys all have pets at home who like to visit us on our micro, so, you know, we just got the doggies coming to check out what's going on. Hi, so cute. So let's see if we can keep some space between your front platform and the carriage the whole time, right? Seal down the outer edges of your feet, really get those glutes to fire up. And we're also really getting into our right side bicep. So if you need more resistance on the bungee, remember I said all you have to do is choke up on that cable, but we're really getting full body here, right? I need you to check in and notice how much your core is actually working. Right, when we do these classes with the upper and lower body moves mixed together, we get so much core work. Hi, Rainy. Good. In 4, we're gonna hold our squat. In 3, 2, bring it down into that squat, hold, flex your bicep, keep the tension in the bicep, make sure the wrist is not bent here. Left leg skating. We're just gonna skate the left leg out. We're just gonna resist the left leg in. Beautiful. Let's go 15 seconds just like this. We've got runner's lunge on deck with a crossbody curl, so do not get rid of your bungee. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So quarter turn to the right. Right foot's gonna stay forward on your front platform, and left toes tuck onto the machine. So from here, we're gonna lower down into a split squat stance. We're gonna find a little crossbody curl with that right arm towards your left shoulder. And then let's go ahead and send the carriage out. Good. As your back knee bends in, go ahead and release the tension on the bungee for that curl. So finding that curl as you extend out through the left leg and then resisting the bungee down as the left knee bends. So the more you can find a deep bend into your right knee, the more you're gonna feel that right leg working. We do want a little bit of a hinge forward from the hips, right? So you're bringing a little more body weight down through the right leg, and I want you to focus on driving the right heel down into that front platform as much as possible, right? So we're getting that cross body curl, we're getting that right leg working. And then left leg, right, sending the carriage out, resisting back in. I need you to go as slow as you can with the left leg. Maybe you lift the left knee just a little bit higher. Beautiful. In 4, we're gonna keep the left knee bent and hold. In 3, 2, let's go ahead and bring the left knee under the left hip, perfect. Hold the bicep curl, give me a little pulse down and a little curl. Little pulse down and curl, little down curl. Little pulses down through the left knee, curl up with the arm. You're here for 10, 9, 8. Build the tension in the right leg and in the right bicep. You've got 5, 4. Find your lowest point in 3, 2, 1. Lowest point right here. Go back to runner's lunge with that crossbody curl. Stay focused, stay in it. You're under 30 seconds left in this move. On deck, we are going leg press with the bungee. So you will step off to the left-hand side of your machine. You're gonna lie down on your left-hand side facing the micro, and the bungee is gonna loop around the arch of your right foot for that leg press. You got that, Josiah?
It's kind of convoluted.
Kind of convoluted. You're gonna lie down on your left side of your body facing your micro, bungee around your right foot. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So step off to the left, turn to face into the micro. You're gonna lie down on, face the other way. Feet are towards the back end, Josiah.
Whoop.
Bungee is gonna go around the arch of your right foot for me. And then you wanna lower down pretty comfortably here on the left-hand side. So either left arm beneath the head like a pillow or propped into the hand. And then we're gonna go bungee kick with the right leg, or leg press, sorry, not a bungee kick. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Think about lifting left side waist away from the floor. If you need more resistance on the bungee, closer to your back platform. Less resistance, we're scooting past the front platform. Okay, now that we've got this leg press going, let's start to layer in a straight leg lift. So every time you extend your leg out straight, I want a little lift up an inch, back down an inch, and then bend through the knee for the leg press. Good, and Josiah's got a really great setup here. So you want on that leg press to bend your knee until it comes all the way in front of your hip and you've got a 90-degree bend in your knee. So that's a really good check-in. If when your knee is in front of the hip, it's not bent at 90 degrees, you might need to scoot closer or further away from the micro, right? When I do this one, I'm pretty short. I kind of have to like hug my machine. Awesome. Make sure you're finding that straight leg lift and lower every time you've got the leg extended. You should start to feel the outer side of the right glute really burning here. Awesome. So another thing to keep in mind, right knee, right toes pointed the same direction as your belly button. What's gonna happen is your right hip's gonna kind of wanna rotate open to make this a little less intense in the side of your booty. So let's keep it focused in that side glute by keeping everything squared straight ahead of you. In 4, we're gonna send the right leg out and hold. In 3, 2, send the right leg out straight and hold. Little pulses up. Can you flex the foot so the toes are pointed towards your nose? Good, and you want to be lifting the heel a little bit higher than the big toe. So make sure, yes, there you go, nice fix, Josiah. Little lifts for the side of the glute.
Ow.
Final 10 seconds, we are going kneeling torso twist. Knees on your carriage, bungee in hand. In 4, in 3, we're facing the bus, Josiah. In 2 and 1. So knees on top of your carriage. Just go ahead and come upright, bungee in hand, your left obliques towards the front of the machine, your right obliques towards the back of the machine. We're gonna go bungee torso twist. So I like this exercise kneeling personally. If you'd like to make this a little bit more intense, you can try this in a tailbone position. So glutes seated on the carriage, right? Hinged back so you're in more of a balancing tailbone position, right? Your call, but just make sure you do the same thing on both sides here. Good, and if you're feeling a lot of strain in the traps and shoulders, you can try sitting the glutes back towards the heels a little bit. Nice job. In 4, twist hold. In 3, 2, we're gonna find a little twist hold. Give me a tiny rotation, little pulse. Squeeze your glutes, keep your hips pointed straight forward, hips really stable. Focus on that twist through the waistline. Drive your right elbow straight back, really squeeze. 10 seconds here. We're gonna go one white spring, reverse twisted pike. Feet on the front platform, hands to the carriage. You have 3, 2, 1. Drop your bungee, change your springs. We're going one white spring, hands to the carriage, feet on your front platform. You're gonna find a twisted pike for the right oblique. So left foot can tuck behind right, or left toes can tuck on the back of your right heel. We just wanna angle the right oblique slightly towards the floor, and we're gonna hit our twisted pike. Awesome. You can also just kind of swivel the hips and keep the feet stacked side by side. So do whatever feels most comfortable, most intuitive in your body. Slide your shoulders down away from the ears. Nice job, Josiah. Focus on that pike through the waistline. If any point this pike becomes too much, drop it to the knees, give me a twisted wheelbarrow. You've got just 15 seconds to go in this twisted pike. Really focus right oblique driving you up towards the sky. You've got a reverse twisted saw on deck. Knees to the front platform, forearms to the carriage. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, forearms down. Keep that swivel of the hips. Right oblique is actively lifting away from the ground. We're gonna slide the forearms forward nice and slow, and then stop those elbows once they're beneath the shoulders. So, challengers, what you're gonna do is try to keep those elbows out in front of your shoulders the whole time, right? A little bit of a squeeze here between the inner thighs. And then make sure we're not dipping down through the right side waist, but in fact, we're actually just focused on actively lifting the right oblique away from the floor the entire time you're in this one. In 4, we'll find our halfway point and hold in 3, 2, send it out halfway and hold. Good, squeeze it in an inch, back out an inch. Little in an inch, back out an inch. 10 seconds, we're gonna go reverse kneeling crunch. Square your hips to the floor, give me a kneeling crunch in 3, 2, and 1. So knees side by side, we're gonna go right into a center crunch. Nice work, Josiah. So focus on moving exclusively from your abs, right? Shoulders away from the ears, turn off the hip flexors, the legs, the neck. I want you to focus on rounding up through the spine, only using your abs. So think about this like an upside down crunch. Exhale, squeeze. You're sliding the carriage in, lifting and rounding through the spine. In 4, we're gonna find a little halfway point. In 3, 2, find a little halfway point and hold. You're gonna squeeze up an inch, let the carriage slide back out an inch. Little pulses, 1 inch in range. Good, focus on that exhale, that squeeze through the abs. You're here 10 seconds. We are gonna move right on into the left side. So we're gonna start with that twisted pike, knock out that first tough, challenging exercise. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go reverse twisted pike. So hands to the carriage, feet to the front platform, get there as quickly as you can. Left oblique swivels to face the floor, and then we're piking through the left side body. Nice hustle, Josiah. So right foot can stack beside the left foot, it can tuck behind the left foot, or you can bring the right toes to the back of your left heel, right? Whatever it is that you need that gets you a little bit of a twist in the waistline so the pike is happening in your side body. Awesome. Don't worry so much about the range of motion, right? This move could be just a few inches and it's like a little side body crunch, right? It doesn't need to be a huge pike to be effective. And if we pike too high on this one, you feel the body weight shift into your heels. You feel that lost engagement through the left side. You've got 10 seconds to go here. Reverse twisted saw is on deck. Knees down, forearms down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hit that reverse twisted saw. So knees to the front platform, forearms to the carriage. Stabilize through your whole core, and we're just sliding the forearms forward and back. Good. See if you can kind of release any tension in your neck, right? Really focus in on the left oblique. All right. So I want you to think about where you're gonna head next, right? Visualize. Since we're not all in the same space together, sometimes it gets tricky when we're facing out to the sides of the machine, but you've got your kneeling torso twist or your tailbone torso twist with the bungee. So you're gonna face the direction you haven't faced yet. For you, Josiah, you're gonna face everyone at home. Let's send the carriage out halfway point, hold. We're gonna slide the carriage little out an inch, back in an inch, little pulse, 1 inch in range, really small. Keep lifting the left oblique away from the floor. You have 10 seconds. We're gonna grab the bungee. We've got our kneeling or tailbone torso twist in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So knees on top of your carriage here. We'll hit that kneeling torso twist. And if you wanna change your springs to be a little bit more stable, we are going to 1 red next. So upright through the spine, find that length, squeeze the glutes, and then we're rotating towards the back platform. So your left oblique should be facing the back platform, and that's what our focus is, right? If we need a little more resistance on the bungee, we're gonna walk up the cable. A little less resistance, you can try sitting the glutes down to the heels. You can try kneeling on more of your front platform. Let's go 10 seconds. See if you can loosen up through the arms a little bit and really focus in on the waistline. In 4, let's hold in 3, 2, find that twist hold. See if you can grow taller through the crown of the head. Take your eyes out to the horizon, little twist, little twist, little twist. Tiny pulse. Every time you twist and pulse, exhale and squeeze through the waistline. We're gonna go 10 seconds. On deck, we're gonna hit our leg press with the bungee. So you're just gonna scoot backwards off the machine, Josiah. Lie down on the right-hand side, leg press with the bungee. That bungee goes around your left foot in 3, 2, and 1. So scooch back off your machine. You're gonna lie down on your right-hand side facing in towards your micro. Bungee goes around the arch of your left foot, and we'll get into our leg press. So as you're getting yourself set up here, make sure you have the resistance you need. Okay, first leg exercise on the left leg. If you need a little more, you're scooting closer to the back platform. A little less, you're scooting past your front platform. Every time your knee stops in front of your hip, make sure you've got a 90-degree bend in that knee. Right? Make sure the knee isn't flaring up towards the ceiling. Awesome. Was that transition a little bit better? That made more sense this time, right? Not so convoluted?
Yeah.
I'm really seeking Josiah's approval here on my cueing my coaching today. Let's start to layer in that leg press. So next time you send the left leg out straight, we're gonna find a little lift, we're gonna find a little lower, and then we go right back into the leg press with the bungee. Now these should be killer. Right away, anytime I do this exercise, I feel the upper outer corner of that top glute burning right away. So if you're not there, you might want to scoot closer to the back platform, but you might need to focus on getting your hips really stacked, right? So that means the left hip isn't opening out towards the sky, right? We've got our left hip stacked on top of the right. So make sure your left knee and your left toes are pointed straight forward. Same direction as your belly button. Your hips are squared right into the micro. Nice job. See if you can relax through the neck. Focus on lifting right side waist away from the floor, right? So little extra engagement here for the obliques. We've got just about 15 seconds to go here, and then we're gonna finish off with those straight leg pulses. Let's make sure that we are on 1 red spring as we transition to this next exercise. You've got your runner's lunge on deck. In 4, send the left leg out straight and hold. In 3, 2, send the leg out straight, hold, little pulses up, little pulses up. Make sure your heel is a little bit higher than your toes, okay? Squeeze the side of the glute, keep the hips stacked, little pulses, little pulses, little pulses, let it burn, let it shake. Do not drop yet, do not skip early. You've got 10 seconds. We're going left foot front platform, right toes carriage, runner's lunge, bungee in your left hand. You have 3, 2, 1. 1 red spring. We'll place the left foot on the front platform. Bungee is coming into our left hand for a crossbody curl. So get yourself set up, bend through both knees. From here, we'll pull the left palm towards the right shoulder as the right leg sends the carriage out. Good, nice hustle in the transition, Josiah. So runner's lunge, we wanna make sure the left heel is planted firmly on the front platform or on that rail. You wanna make sure that your heel has something solid to press into because that's gonna help engage the back line of the left leg. Right, now with the right leg, as best we can, we're lifting the right heel up nice and high. We're dipping the right knee down towards the floor. Good, and I just saw Josiah adjust the tension on his bungee, right? So if you need a little bit more, choking up on your cable. Nice job. Let's go 15 seconds just like this, slow, controlled, right? feeling your balance. Maybe you're wobbling around a little bit. See if you can get your feet more hip width apart. That will help. But really your core is working super hard to stabilize you. We'll bring right knee under right hip in 3 and 2 and 1. Right knee under right hip. We're going to pulse down as we curl the bungee up. Little pulse down through the legs, little curl with the arm, little pulse down and curl. Flex the bicep. See if you can sink a little bit lower in the legs. Like really get down into it. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Find your lowest point in 4. Let's go. 3, 2. Lowest point right here. Hold. Go back to your runner's lunge. Yes, you can. Send the carriage out. Find your crossbody curl. 25 seconds left in this move. It will be a quarter turn to our left. We're going to get into our squat, skate, curl combo. Keep the bungee in your left hand. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So quarter turn to your right. Sorry, Josiah, I think I said the wrong way.
You did.
I did. We're going to sit down into a squat with a bicep curl hold. You're going to hold the bicep curl as the right leg skates out. Resist the carriage back in. And then as you lift out of the squat, you'll release the bicep curl. So we're sitting down into the squat pause. We skate out 1 time, resist in 1 time, slowly lift up. Check in with the lower back here. So really strong through the core. You're sending your hips back. You don't want to feel any tension in your lower back as you do this. Nice job. And you should notice in that skater that you're getting a lot more emphasis in your left leg because your bungee is putting more load and more weight into that leg, right? So that's great. Just making this short class super, super effective, right? Getting the most that we can out of every single exercise. Slow and controlled. See if you can seal down the outer edges of both feet. See if you can emphasize a little bit more body weight back into the heels. And then always looking to go just a little bit slower. So I want you to try to see if you can go a little slower than Josiah, right? Make that your goal. And as soon as I say that, every time Josiah stops moving and goes like super slow. Looks like the video of pros, right? Beautiful job. In 4, we're gonna hold our squat. We're gonna hold the curl. In 3, 2, hold the curl on the arm, hold the squat. We're just gonna skate with the right leg. So send the right leg out slow and controlled, resistant. How slow can you go with that right leg? Focus on that curl, no bending at the wrist. So really pull the bungee up and in, flex and squeeze the bicep. Can you send your left elbow forward just a touch more? Awesome, you've got 10 seconds. Sit your hips back. On deck is our sumo squat. Left arm is gonna row with the bungee. Feet on either side of the monorail in 3, 2, and 1. Let's step the feet on either side of the monorail. Keep the bungee in your left hand. Knees and toes natural turn out. You're gonna sit down into that sumo squat, row back with the left arm. Pause, drive through the heels, resist the bungee on the way up. So at no point do we wanna feel any slack in the bungee. If you need more resistance, step back or choke up on the bungee. Beautiful. See if you can keep both of your shoulders squared forward, and sometimes helps to do a little phantom row. So sometimes I'll row my right arm and squeeze the shoulder blades together, and sometimes that gets a little bit more of the back muscles going. You don't like a phantom row?
I do a real row.
Okay. Awesome work here.
I don't mess with that fake stuff.
Oh geez, oh geez. So I just went phantom row. In 4, hold it back. In 3, 2, sit the glutes down, row the arm back, hold, give me a little pulse with the bungee, a little pulse with the bungee, burn out that left side. See if you can pulse the legs down, see if you can get a little lower. This is it for your legs. We are going no springs. We're gonna start in a walking wheelbarrow. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ditch your bungee. We're gonna go no springs. I'm gonna show you how to do this one. Just knees on top of your carriage, hands to the floor. You're facing the back of your micro. So we're in a wheelbarrow position. We're just gonna go walking wheelbarrow. So we're gonna walk those hands towards the back platform. Maybe you walk the hands over the back platform. Try to keep the hips pretty level. At any point here, if you wanna layer in a little wheelbarrow, you can, okay? And then we'll walk the hands back in. So this is option 1. Option 2 is to tuck the toes onto your carriage to find a hovering bear shape. So knees hovering in that bear shape and to go walking bear. Okay, this is gonna be our final exercise of class. Holy smokes, walking bear is really, really hard, right? So choose wisely. Maybe you do a couple walking bears, maybe you do a couple walking wheelbarrows, but let's go final 20 seconds of your workout, right? And I'm not gonna make you pulse or hold or do anything, just keep moving slowly, try to keep the hips stable. Whew, should be tough, you should be feeling it. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose, you are done. Sit your hips to your heels, forehead to your mat or to your machine, and just take a full body deep breath in. Full breath out, let it go. Awesome, awesome job. You crushed it. I hope you absolutely loved your bungee workout. Let's go ahead and come up to seated, turn to face us. We'll take 2 deep breaths, sealing in all that hard work. So inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. Awesome work, my friends. Thank you so, so much for being here, and we hope to see you again real soon.
Yeah, buddy.